going to delete an image. I showed you how to create an image, how to verify whether the image has been downloaded using Docker images command, and the final command is Docker RMI. So let me try to delete a example. Let me delete OpenJDK. I didn't specify the tag, so it will take the latest. See the Docker images, latest is being deleted. So you could ask me a question, how can I delete the specific version? You have to specify the exact version. Okay, so that is how you delete, you download a specific version, you delete the specific version. So Docker images, you have deleted both the images, OpenJDK 12 and the latest. So that is a basic introduction into images. Yeah. So how can I start a container? So now you have a images which is being downloaded, right? So if I have a Docker, I have a Nginx image which is being downloaded. So how can I create a container from there? So these are optional. You can have your container name. I'll tell you the reason why do we need to have a container name, and I will explain about what is DT, IT and those things. But for now, I'm just creating a container for you. And finally, I'm going to provide the name of my image. My image is Nginx, so that is why I'm providing the image here. So if you have a specific tag, you can also provide the tag. Yeah, that's it. So Docker PS, there is a container which is running. The name of the container is Nginx test. So if we want to stop a container, for example, Docker stop is the command. So here either I have to provide a container ID or I have to provide the name. So container ID, it is that you have to reach the mouse, click on the container ID, do a control V, so more steps. So that is why we provide the name while creating it. It will be easy for you to start, stop and those. So Docker PS, nothing has been there because it will show only the running container or active container. If you want to see all the containers, which is irrespective of the status, you can use a Docker PS-A command. How can I start the container again? I have stopped it. How can I start it again? Simple, Docker start command. So that is why I just asked you to create a container with the name. It will be easy to do the operation. So likewise, we will see the basics. So Docker stop. The best practice is if you want to delete a container, you have to do a stop. You have to stop the container and then do an RM command. RMI denotes removing the image. RM denotes removing the container. So now Docker PS-A, there is no containers which has been available. So these are very quick basic commands on Docker. So how to download an image, how to create a container, how to delete an image, latest image, specific image and etc. And you might ask me a question, I know about all the questions. So it is, let me create it something like this. So Docker run ---- name. Let me take it to be Java. Name of the container is Java. So DT, DT, and then I'm going to say about OpenJDK. So before running this command, I didn't run this command, but before running this command, I just wanted to show you Docker images. So there is no image called OpenJDK which is available. So this is another example I just wanted to show you. If you if you don't have an image which is already been downloaded, but you have to create a container, it will actually create that. It will actually pull the image and then it will create a container for you. It will take some time. Yeah, now the image is being downloaded and then the container is being created. So now see the difference with Docker images. Yeah, image is downloaded and then there is a OpenJDK which is running. I mean this, you can see there is a Java, name of the container is called Java which is running. So just wanted to show you with multiple different types. And the same, people might ask me a question. So it is Java, I would say 12, and here I can use OpenJDK 12.0.2. So again it will download the 12.0.2 image because before it got downloaded latest. So now it will do a 12.0.2 image pull and then it will create a container. So Docker images for you, Docker ps-a and Docker ps command for you, right? Yeah. So now so far I just want you to be clear on how to pull images, access images and then delete the image. How to make use of that image to create a container and etc. Now let's deep dive into the container creating command. Okay. So we use the command called, let me explain about each and everything in detail. So this was the command we executed, docker run --name, so --name nginx test, and then I use the option called -d. So what is a d? So d is basically called as detach. There is an attach and detach and those. So what is a d? D, you can call that to be a daemon mode, or you can, that is the container is going to be running behind the scenes, or you can actual term is detached. Okay, so detached and there is an IT. Okay, so detached DT, you know that it is like, if you do that, there is a container which will be created and then you can access that. I'm going to show you with IT. IT is when you use an option called IT, it will directly